As a union member, you make monthly union contributions. When you see them come off your paycheck, it's easy to think of them as an expense. After all, paying contributions means you end up with less money in your pocket, right? I look at these contributions in another way, as an investment in our future. Hello, and welcome to another episode of 21st Century Insights. My name is Janet Stewart, and I'm a proud member of the Canadian Union of Skilled Workers. When workers in Canada won the right to fund trade unions, it was a major victory. It's tempting to take that right for granted today, but it would be dangerous to do that. Rights aren't carved in stone. In 1999, CUSW qualified as a trade union, but time and again we are required to prove ourselves to the Labor Relations Board. For example, in 2002, we made an application to represent workers at Langley Utilities, and as part of that application, once again, we needed to prove that we qualified as a trade union. Specifically, we needed to show the Labor Board that we had key aspects in place: a constitution, an elected executive board to oversee CUSW's operations, and the financial ability to meet the responsibilities to our members. To understand the importance of achieving and maintaining financial ability, we have to go back a little further in history. In the early days of unionism in Canada, workers struggled to achieve the right to collectively bargain. Employers had a big advantage. They could use their profits to oppose any worker-driven movements that arose. With fewer resources at their disposal, workers had only one recourse: to strike. Eventually, the courts gave workers the right to collectively bargain, but the law stated that the workers needed to belong to a trade union in order to do so. Employers had lost the battle over collective bargaining, but they still continued the war against organized labor. With no access to funds, many unions failed. In response, workers demanded the right to contribute some of their pay to the unions, and in 1946, a Supreme Court judge gave that right to workers. Judge Ivan Rand reasoned that employees should bear some of the burden of expense for administering the union contract. Today, this is still known as the Rand formula. Workers now have the right to contribute funds to the union of their choice to help support the regulation of the relationship between the employer and the workers. In many cases, unions have since built large hierarchical structures with these contributions, ones that often become disconnected from the very people they were created to serve. In contrast, CUSW designed itself around a participation model. When all members play a role in their union, they're more likely to understand why contributing financially is a benefit to them. Well-informed members are also less likely to believe misinformation that is passed along by those who oppose organized labor. The right to contribute to the support of trade unions was a victory for workers, and it's a right that is well worth protecting. So you can look at the dues you pay as money out of your pocket, or you can look at them as a contribution towards the benefit and opportunities you enjoy as a member of CUSW. In that light, dues aren't an expense. They're actually an investment in your future. What's a union security clause, and how does it protect you? Find out by watching the next episode of 21st Century Insights. Bye for now.